What is Gandalf?
Oh my gosh. So, in a beautiful sort of hierarchical way, Tolkien's a devout Catholic, right? He's got this whole world of Valar. Well, there's Iluvatar, the All-Father. That's the god figure that you don't hear about in Lord of the Rings explicitly. He creates the Valar, who sing the world into existence. And then there's Maiar. I'm really nerding out right now. Thanks for asking. The Maiar are sort of angels beneath the Valar. And there's a class of them called the Istari, the wizards.
Okay.
And there's 5 wizards. The gray, the white, the brown, and there's 2 blue wizards. So Gandalf is actually one of these really ancient Maiar who comes into Middle-earth on this mission with Sauron, Radagast, and the blue wizards to fulfill the mission, to fight Sauron and to bring the good. So Gandalf, he's an angel for all intents and purposes, who takes on the form of an old man. Yeah, and it's wild. And he's the only guy who completes the mission. Sauron, obviously, goes off the deep end. Radagast just falls in love with the birds and the bees, and he doesn't do anything. And Tolkien says, the blue wizards, they wandered off to the east, and I don't know what happened to them. Which, again, that's brilliant, right? I don't know. So
when you say he took on the form of a wizard, what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's an incarnation.
An old man, rather.
Yeah, because the Valar and the Maiar are kind of these luminous beings. I think they have bodily forms, but when the wizards come, they come as old men. And I guess that's Tolkien's way of showing like sort of these prophetic wisdom characters. So, I mean, Gandalf is thousands of years old, right? The wizards are. They're as old as older than the elves.
Do you think, like often when you write a story and you publish it, it takes on a life of its own, and then there are contradictions in the overall story. Is The Hobbit like that then? Do you go back and read The Hobbit and realize this is a separate book, this is for kids, this isn't...
Yeah, and when he was 18, 19, he's in the trenches during World War I, he already was composing on bits of paper the Silmarillion, the great mythology, characters like the Valar. He already had that in his head. The Hobbit was for his kids. I'm going to write a story for my kids. And, having that huge wealth, a legendarium already forming, he's like, I could, pull a couple things from here and there. No intention of, going all into what became Lord of the Rings, but people loved The Hobbit so much that they wanted a sequel. It took him 13 years, I think, to write The Lord of the Rings after that. But you can see, though, how he really beautifully pulls from what he wrote in The Hobbit. I mean, what were goblins kind of became orcs. It's almost like they're interchangeable. But it feels seamless the way he writes. I mean, starts off Lord of the Rings with Bilbo and the ring, right? So it's, the ring, Gollum, that whole bit. Yeah. He's a perfectionist. You can go through Lord of the Rings, maybe not The Hobbit so much, right? Because it was for his kids. But if you go through Lord of the Rings, you've got characters who are in one area of Middle-earth on April the 23rd. And what is the phase of the moon at that point? If you go to these other characters, Aragorn and Legolas or something, he matches the moon phase to the time. That's what took him 13 years to write it. Everything is perfectly orchestrated. I don't know anybody who puts that much time and detail into a story.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment below letting us know what you thought about the video.